Hi, everybody. Welcome to Moving Forward with Audrey Now. I am Audrey, and this is a healing podcast. For those of you who know me, if my hair looks a little different than usual, it is still wet. So it is in the process of drying. And after it dries, I stick my fingers through it and it fluffs out. Today, our topic is Day of At-ONE-MENT, Day of Atonement, Freedom. So we're going to be discussing quote unquote forgiveness, and I used his name went out of my head again. It'll come back. Um, David Markowitz's definition, and freedom is being no, forgiveness. We discussed forgiveness. Sorry. Forgiveness is being free of the negative effects of anything anyone, including the self, has either done with, from, through, and around you, or to you, or that you have done, or anyone else. When you are free of it, that's freedom. That is forgiveness. So we shall be discussing Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur, and freedom, at-ONE-MENT. Doesn't matter what your religion or spiritual path is, everybody benefits from having internal freedom and for quote unquote forgiving everything. A lot of people say they forgave. No, most of them have not. They have not necessarily done any of the internal work. And that's different than pardoning. That's like saying, you're pardoned, without anyone necessarily learning anything. So it's very nice, it's very cute, but it may not do anything. So we're going to start as we usually do with our affirmation. And the affirmation for today is I open to light in my heart and I live from the blessings of light. I open to light in my heart and I live from the blessings of light, which is freedom, by the way. I open to light in my heart, and you can touch your heart. I'm not going to move the screen on my laptop or it cancels what I'm doing. I open to light in my heart, and I live from the blessings of light. Now, I will remind everybody that we are made of light. Everyone is a piece, P-E-A-C-E-P-I-E-C-E, of whatever your language is, of the all in all, of the Most High, of Goddess, God, Source, Allah, Great Spirit, Oshun, Yamanja, Yeshua, Goddess, God, Source. We're all made of that. Does that mean everybody in every moment is consciously acting that way? Look around. It does not mean that. Are you consciously acting from that in every moment of your life? I do my best to do that. Am I doing that for real in every single moment? No. Occasionally, I have anger, I have pain, I have sorrow. I could have any of those feelings. And if I haven't worked them through, transmuted them, now you can't ignore them. I mean, you could, but it's not going to work. Won't work. Okay, it'll hold you back. You can get some kind of dis-ease. It won't work. Could even kill you, depending on what it might be. And I learned when it was 10 or 12, I forget which, that if I didn't deal with my feelings, I had excruciating stomach aches. I learned that as a child. So I learned that I had to deal with them. And I do my best to do so. Does that mean everyone I know agrees with everything? No. No, everybody is sovereign unto themselves. Which also means if you choose to be an enlightened, elevated person, moving into and creating the quote unquote new earth, which I choose, Okay, the enlightened, the loving, the next level, the fifth density, the fourth, whatever your language might be, fourth density. From third density, does that mean every single person I know who knows me agrees with everything I've done? No. And if you think you're going to satisfy everyone, let go of that, because some of what they may desire may be less than what you desire. Everyone's on their own path, and everyone's at their own quote unquote level. So deal with you and be as kind, loving as you can to others, and always to yourself. Refrain from letting yourself be misused or being anything that anyone in any way can step on. And that means also a people pleaser. Do what you choose for people because you choose to, not because you feel if you don't, there's something wrong with you. You have to also please yourself. And self, soul, capital S, little S-E-L-F, self. Soul, essence, self is the capital S. Ego, personality, self is the lower S. So our breathing attunement, and I'm keeping it simple. I'm doing that a lot lately, keeping the breathing attunements simple so that we will all do them. And yes, I do breathing attunements daily and other practices. I am in no way exempt from any of this. And especially if I'm on the screen here suggesting stuff, there's no way I could be exempt. Doesn't work. I'd be a phony, and that's not anything I prefer to be. Okay, so I'm putting my, you can't see it, and I'm not moving. So I'm putting my hands on my heart. I'll keep one there and the other one flitting around. And taking a nice deep breath into your heart. And breathe in light. Breathe in. Hold. Release. Light all around you, within you, throughout you. Breathe in the light in your being, the light in creation. Hold. Exhale. Release. Light all around, within you, everywhere in the universe. Inhale. Light, love, blessings. Hold. Gently release. Inhale, living light, light of creation, light within you. You are light. Hold. Release. Inhale, light, love, blessings, wonder, healing. Hold. Release. One more time. Breathe in. Light, security, safety, wonder, blessings, magic and miracles. Hold. Release. Light everywhere. Light. Release to you. And now sit for a moment or two or three in the silence. Notice how you feel. If you're taking notes on any of what we share, teach, and do here, you might take a moment to do that. While I again share beauty, and I have said, and I will say again, beauty is part of how we grow and evolve and develop. Beauty of thought, beauty of language, beauty in your heart, beauty in your physical environment, the beauty of our gorgeous planet, this gift of a stunning planet. Nuestra planeta es muy hermosa. And I also have frequency stones. And yes, you may also have them if you choose. Let me know. They have crystals and rocks. Real rocks can help you center, can help you balance, can help you ground, which is very important right now. You can still lift your frequency, lifting it inside, outside. We are the universe. We are aspects of source. We are source stuff, like pieces of source sent out to experience life on earth or wherever else we may go, in whatever dimension we may flit around in. This one has a lot of yellow. And then you turn it around, and it has a lot of green and blue and red. And then the so-called edge, it's just another facet. Life is miraculous. And it's up to each of us individually and together if we so choose. That's why I'm doing this podcast, to help elevate all of us. So we are speaking about At-ONE-MENT, freedom, forgiveness, YOM KIPPUR, which is, in the Jewish religion, as far as I know, the highest holy holiday, the day that a person, as I understand it, looks back on the previous year and sees where they know or feel or sense they need forgiveness for whatever they may have done. And please be thorough, do this. I don't care what path you're on, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if this group started it or that group started it, or we're going to debate, no, it was that group. No, please. That's not what's important. What's important is creating the freedom inside. If at all possible, coming back to innocence, as the amazing Bird Smith Lyons would teach. I know I've taken some of her courses. And I recommend her, by the way. So allow this. Yesterday was, for me, an emotionally challenging day. Some great stuff got done, certain things got fixed, but emotionally, I was not feeling great. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The guides have strongly suggested and lovingly I refrain from discussing politics on this podcast, so you'll notice I have refrained. Hold on, water from a bottle. Nonetheless, I am an empath, and many of you also. I am definitely. And I get affected and sometimes a little overwhelmed by some of what's going on. And yes, I can get judgmental, no question. In Western astrology, my moon is in Virgo, my sun is in Cancer, my ascendant is Aries. And I definitely notice when I get judgmental and do my best to clear that. Because being judgmental gets one nowhere. It just smushes one down. Even if one is seemingly correct in their assessment. So instead of being quote unquote judgmental, you can have a caring evaluation about something and make a choice as to whether to follow it or do something else that's different than judgmental. So I am blessed. I let some of my feelings out. I did put light around. I called one of my friends who called me back. Haven't spoken to her in a while. And simply speaking to her helped me. I am blessed. I have amazing friends. They're not all in Costa Rica. Many are in the States. And empathy, babies, for what's going on there. Empathy, 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 empathy. So, day of at-one-ment, day of creating peace, day of creating freedom, day of creating forgiveness. So, one, look at yourself. What have you done this year in any way, shape, or form, from seemingly small to medium to huge, that you realize that was a mistake, in the sense of, I could have done that better, I could have done that differently. Notice that. Write it down. Annotate it in any way, shape, or form that you choose. Look at what was going on with you that had you do whatever you did. Look at how you felt about it. Why did you do that? Why did you think that? Why did you feel that? Where did that go? And go down. Dig deeply. Don't just do surface. Surface, nah. It's just surface. It's a start, but it's only the surface. Go deeper. You not only will survive this, you will thrive through it. Will you like every step? Probably not. Most people want to think of themselves as totally wonderful in every way. And on one level, we are. And to get to it, we have to wash and clean the smut, the schmutz, the dirt, the muss, the misconnections of whatever it was, even with someone you love dearly. And will everyone always love you? No. And they may love you, but sometimes they'll treat you well, and sometimes me. So sometimes you may have to step back and tell them so, and clear yourself. So why did you do it? What did you gain from it? What could you have done better? What was really operating? Where did that come from? Was it really you doing that, or was that conditioning, genetic karmic patterning, GKP, epigenetics? It's a little different. Was it something that's in your DNA? Which doesn't mean it's in you. I mean, it's DNA. You can go beyond that. We have a mind. We have a soul. That's what we are. We are souls in human form, or I sometimes say woman form, because I'm not a proponent of any kind of sexism at all, or racism, or anti-Semitism, or any of the isms. Nope. Or elitism, or anti-gayism. Just no. Time for all that to be done. So if you've done any of that in any way, subtly, not so subtly, pay attention. Do your part to help clear you. Rather than look, well, they didn't, leave that alone. Let them be responsible for themselves. You do you. You don't have to take responsibility for everyone else. The more you do you, and the more you shine your light more brightly, whether quietly or not so quietly, the bigger effect and change you are making on this planet. Allow that. And everyone is important. Every single person. And whether you're quiet, I used to be so quiet I didn't talk much at all. When we had, I think it was called speech. We had a course named speech in high school. I didn't want to get up. No. I actually sat in my seat because I couldn't get up. I was too scared. The teacher, Miss Coyne, oh my God, asked me if I had done the assignment. I had. And she asked me questions to elicit my responses. And because I had done the homework, it was some kind of speech, I don't recall what, and I could give responses in alignment with whatever I had written. She understood I had done. Oh, I'm crying now for that child. Own yourself. Own who you are. Own your strengths. Own your vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities are not weakness. They can be strengths because it's opening your being so you can be seen. Is everybody worthy of seeing your most innermost part? They may not be acting it, and no, I would be very careful about exposing that. This is a podcast that's a healing podcast. And yes, I would like it to go big because I'm here on the earth to create up-leveling in our frequency. That's part of why I incarnated. That's why I am doing this. So if this is in any way helping you, please share this. And if you have suggestions, let me know. So that's like, what did you do? Why did you do it? How could you have done it better? What was the effect? What did you learn from it? How can you shift it? And then send healing light to yourself. And you're wondering, how are you going to do that? Go to your heart. Fill it with gratitude. Fill it with peace. Fill it with kindness. Fill it with love. And send that to yourself. If you've been lucky enough to have a near-death experience as I have, and you talk to the shiny light beings, manifest that light within yourself or call on it because it's part of everyone, and be and bask in that light. If you're a follower of any of the quote-unquote avatars, whether it's Yeshua or Oshun, whomever it might be, take that light. Do not make this a religious thing. This is not a religious thing. This is universal. Every religion has it. Every complexion of people, every background, everyone's got this. It does not belong to any religion at all. It's universal. So participate with everything you can and bathe in that light and allow it to cleanse you. And if you cry, cry. It's okay. Let it go. It's a cleansing. It's a releasing. And then give thanks. And also in the releasing, where did you learn this behavior? Is it a behavior happening in your culture? Does it work? Do people benefit from it? Has it been a trap? A lot of behavior that a lot of people do is all learned behavior, and some of it, wait, let me get a nice word for this. Some of it is pure nonsense. It's just ridiculous. It's time for it to go. It doesn't matter if it's been for 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 years. That is unimportant. That just means it coagulated more. It can be sent away by your thought, by your energy, by your choice to do so. You have sovereignty over yourself. I have sovereignty over myself. And many of you may know that I am a champion for women's rights and women's responsibilities, both, and for what I'll call the divine feminine, as well as the divine masculine. And men's appropriate rights, not the toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. Women being victims. And I know it occurs, but that time is over. So live as if, as best you can. And I know that in many religions, it is taught that the male energy is superior. It's not. No. And if anything, The universe is a little more female than male because the universe is always reproducing, always, in many ways. That's a female thing, baby. The male may create the spark, the women, the female, reproduces. And I think some men are jealous of that. And that gives some of them an insecurity because they're stuck in ego. So to really do the day of at-one-ment, of peace, of forgiveness, Yom Kippur. This is my way. I don't know the religious way, quite frankly. You can do prayers, you can do all of those. And you could track it down in your own DNA through your own, your antecedents, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, whatever. You can ask that you clear it in your entire genetic line, going backward, going forward, going sideways, going wherever, in whomever you may have dealt with in any way, shape, or form, human or not human, because we have incarnated on other planets. We have incarnated in other forms. All of that we benefit from clearing to peace. So enjoy yourself and take some quote unquote time with this. And time is elastic. It isn't just one way, it may seem to be, but on an energetic level, it's different. And can I explain that? Not necessarily, not yet. I may not yet have the exact words that Aquarian age, and we are in it, and that AI and all that stuff is showing it. But I know this. So take your time, and the main person for you to evolve for clearing and cleansing and forgiving and moving forward and creating whole, WHOLE, is you, yourself. As you do that, it becomes much easier to do it with anyone else. And then you literally can have a life of love and creativity and beauty and power and abundance. So, I wish you the happiest, best day. It's a serious day. This is a serious day in the Yom Kippur tradition. So I do it with a smile or with crying. Yesterday I had some crying, and today might also. I did a little bit just now on touching into things. That's fine. And for men, embrace the divine feminine within you. It's part of your strength, and the divine masculine. And ladies, women, absolutely embrace the divine feminine within you and the divine masculine. I have an Aries ascendant. That's a male energy. And yes, I know a lot of Aries women, and they're gorgeous, and they're feminine, and they're stunning. I acknowledge. The Cancerian part is more female, according to traditional astrology. That's the water and the earth signs are considered more female. The fire and the air signs are considered more male. Don't get stuck on that. They're just qualities. That's it. So now for our appreciations and gratitudes. Thank you for participating. As you do these practices, let me know how you feel. Meanwhile, please, if you'd like this energy to sweep the earth, please like or love us. Just click it again. Subscribe and share. And yes, I do private consultations. I've got stuff, okay, and art. So many blessings, many blessings, many blessings. And thank you so. Oh, You can find me at Audrey Now, AudryenoW.com, and Audrey Now at Gmail. Thank you. Bye bye.